Level 1. Normal broke. You've got $4.37 in your checking account. Your rent is due in 5 days. You've got 3 cans of black beans in your cupboard and half a jar of peanut butter. You're not shopping this way by choice. You're shopping this way because the alternative is your mom asking you, "What happened again?" This is what every level of being broke actually looks like. And spoiler, it gets worse before it gets better. Level 1 broke is what you call it when you're just living paycheck to paycheck. You've got maybe $60 left after rent and utilities. It's not great, but it's manageable. You know where every dollar's going. You go to the grocery store. You buy ramen. Lots of it. Like 7 packs for $2.50 kind of ramen. You buy the cheap eggs. You buy a loaf of bread that's already marked down because it's about to go bad. You're being strategic about it. This feels fine. You go home, you cook the ramen, you crack an egg in it. You add some hot sauce because hot sauce is free. You stole it from a Thai restaurant. You eat it standing up over the sink while scrolling through your phone, looking at people's vacation photos. You go to bed thinking you're handling this pretty well. Level 2. Creative broke. 3 months later, you're creative broke. The ramen strategy isn't working anymore because you've run out of money for ramen. You open your fridge. It's empty. Not, "I haven't been shopping." Empty. "I literally cannot afford to shop." Empty. There's a bottle of ketchup, some soy sauce, a jar of mayo that's been there since March. But you're hungry, so you get a bowl. You put hot water in it. You squeeze ketchup into it. You add a spoonful of mayo. You add soy sauce. You stir it. It's not good, but it's something. You eat it. You don't enjoy it. You just fuel your body and move on. Later, you find $3.47 in an old jacket pocket. You've never been more excited. This changes things. You can get a rotisserie chicken. You can stretch this chicken for 3 days. You're a genius now. You're also checking the couch for coins, and the car cup holders, and every drawer in your apartment, because every dollar counts. Level 3. Desperate broke. Desperate broke is when you stop having shame about what you eat. You go to work. You grab takeout containers from the break room, the ones people throw away with leftover oil still in them. You take them home. You filter the oil. You cook with it. It tastes like last week's Chinese food. You're not complaining. You're just surviving. You look at your fridge expiration dates as suggestions now, not rules. That yogurt expired 4 days ago? If it doesn't smell like death, you eat it. That chicken from a week ago? You heat it until it stops looking suspicious. You eat it. You count your coins. You have $6.82 in change. You're seriously considering if you can make it work. Can you eat on $6 for the rest of the week? Maybe if you hit the food bank, you start scrolling job postings for fast food places. Not because you want to work there, because you're getting desperate about money. You're calculating in your head if picking up an extra job is worth it when you barely have energy for the one you've got. You go to bed at 7 p.m. because at least you don't get hungry if you're asleep. Level 4. Hitting rock bottom. Rock bottom broke is when you're legitimately choosing between eating and having electricity. Your friend texts, "Hey, group dinner Saturday. Let's celebrate my birthday. Nothing fancy, just $30 a head." You stare at the message for 10 minutes. $30. That's not even a lot of money. But to you right now, it's impossible. You text back, "I'm really broke. Can't make it." You feel like a bad friend. You also don't have $30. So you're just a bad friend who's broke. You're checking your bank account 6 times a day. Not because you think money magically appeared, but because sometimes knowing the exact number of dollars separating you from not eating helps you feel less insane about it. It doesn't. But you check anyway. You refill your water bottle from the tap like 5 times a day. It's free. Everything you own is being maximized. Toilet paper rolls are cut in half. You're using an old towel instead of buying paper towels. You're turning off lights during the day to save 2 cents on electricity. You're sitting on your bed in the dark, not because it's nighttime, but because you can't afford the light. You're just existing, waiting for payday, wondering how you got here. Level 5, the turning point. Payday comes. You get $1,200 direct deposited. For like 30 seconds, you feel rich. Then you remember rent is $1,100. Utilities are $120. Phone bill is $60. You do the math. You're going to be broke again by Wednesday. But something shifts. You're sitting at your desk, staring at this number, and you realize you can't keep doing this. Not because it's hard, it is, but because you're losing your mind. You're eating cooking oil. You're not turning on lights. You're declining friends. So you make a budget, an actual one. You write it down, not fantasizing about what you wish you could spend, but real numbers about what you can spend and how to stretch it. You start looking for a better job, not a second job, a better first job, something that pays more. You update your resume. You apply for 3 things. You go to the grocery store with your new paycheck. You buy actual food, not gourmet, but real food. Chicken breast, vegetables, rice. You cook a meal in your apartment. You sit down at a table. You eat it. You don't inhale it standing up over the sink. For the first time in months, you feel like a human again. Level 6, the new normal. 6 months later, you landed the better job. You're making $2,400 a month instead of $1,200. You're not rich. You're not even close. But you're not desperate broke anymore either. You pay rent. You buy groceries. You have a small emergency fund. $300. Not much, but it's something. When your friend texts about group dinner, you go. You can afford $30 now. You actually enjoy it instead of calculating how many ramen packs it equals. You're sitting in your apartment, the lights are on, and you're not worried about the electricity bill. It's such a small thing, but it feels huge. A coworker tells you they're going through what you went through. They're desperate broke, eating expired food. You remember that feeling. You remember the darkness of it. You tell them your story. You tell them how you got out. You tell them it gets better if you're intentional about it. They look hopeful for the first time in weeks. This is what every level of being broke looks like. Not the Instagram "I'm broke LOL" version. The actual version, where you discover that you're capable of surviving on almost nothing, where you learn the actual value of money, where you understand that rock bottom teaches you more than any comfortable place ever could, and where, eventually, you get out of it.